Raymond and Vel. It's amazing. He studies the word, so he just didn't open up his mouth with hot air. He had the word in his heart. Amen. Tell us what happened. These are all RU students, first, second years, that are putting the word that has been preached here and what's been taught into practice.
Yeah, so this past Wednesday, we went out soul winning together at this Wawa, and we saw this guy in this wheelchair, right? And so I preached to him, and he was like already saved. He was like, I'm Pentecostal, you blessed God. I was like, okay. And then I was like, so you believe Jesus heals? And he was like, yeah. But I saw he was in a wheelchair, so I was, what's wrong with your leg? He's like, I can't walk because I have, and he started going again. And I was like, okay. I said, well, do you want to walk? And he was like, yeah, I want to walk. I said, okay, we're going to pray for you. So I laid my hand on one leg. She put her hand on the other. And we linked our faith together, and we prayed for him. And then I was like, okay, now get up. So he put his bag down, and then he took my hand, and then we just pulled him out of the wheelchair. And then he just started walking. And I was thinking of the verse, like Jesus was like, didn't I tell you if you just believe, you'd see the glory of God.
Come on.
Like, you're never going to walk on the water if you don't get out of the boat. Step out in faith.
Amen. Come on, tell us what you did to tag team with him.
Yeah, so as he was like talking to this guy, I was like watching him, and I just saw like the gift of faith come on him. And I saw like the light, like the switch flip, and I was like, oh, he's gonna like try and get this guy out of the wheelchair. And I was like, oh, I don't know, like I was hesitant. And so then the verse came to me, Mark 16, 17, and 18. It says, believers lay hands on the sick and they shall recover. It doesn't say teachers. It doesn't say pastors. It says believers.
Come on.
And so I was like, okay. So I just grabbed a hold of that word. And I was like, okay. And so then I just like stood next to him and I put my hand on this guy and I started praying in tongues. And then he like got out of the wheelchair. And so, but after that, honestly, it's just like, after you have an encounter with God, after the fire of God comes on you, it's like your whole life changes. If I take a snapshot of my life like a year ago, I would have never done that. But now that I've had an encounter with God and the fire of God burned in me, like through this church and through this ministry, it's like my whole life has changed. So I just want to encourage you, get hungry, get thirsty for the things of God so that you can go out and pull people out of people's wheelchair.
Come on, give the Lord a praise for all that he's doing.